Puerto Rico, but Joey and Caitlin's speeches were about quite different things than what I'm going to talk about today. Joey talked about the historical and the communal aspects of Puerto Rico, and Caitlin talked about family importance and structural values of Puerto Rico. Today I'm going to talk about cultural traditions, specifically in small towns, and bringing those cultural traditions to the United States. According to an article on pewhispanic.org, in 2011, 4.9 million Puerto Ricans resided in the United States. And I thought it was interesting that only 3.7 Puerto Ricans actually lived in Puerto Rico in 2011, so more Puerto Ricans were in the United States. So here are just some of the basics about Puerto Rico. It is an island in the Caribbean. I think Joey went over that. There's 78 municipalities, and you can think of the municipalities as counties. So San Juan is the capital, and that's located right where that red star is. And the other municipality that I'm going to focus on is Benito, and that is in the mountainous area of Puerto Rico, and it's right here. So here are just two pictures that compare San Juan and Benito. And San Juan is on the left-hand side, Benito is on the right. And you can see that San Juan is a lot more tourism-driven. There's hotels, it looks more like a city, the beach is crowded. It's a lot more Americanized Puerto Rican culture because it is so driven around tourism. And this picture of Benito is overlooking the town, so you can see like the little houses and stuff in the mountains. And the closeness of the houses and the closeness of the community really keep in that traditional culture. So many people left Puerto Rico looking for a better life, whether it be for job opportunities, educational purposes, or their family might have already been here and they decided to come over afterwards. I interviewed my grandma, and her name is Maria, and she came over with her mother and her brother after her father was already here working and settling and building a better life for them. According to her, there was no significant loss in culture. Listed on PuertoRico.org and backed by my grandma, the traditional foods are still cooked. So here are just two pictures of really common dishes for Puerto Rico. On the left is arroz con pollo, which is chicken and rice. And on the right side is plátanos, which is fried bananas or plantains. With the arroz con pollo and a lot of the other main entree dishes, they are made with adobo, which is just a seasoning, and sofrito, which is peppers, onions, cilantro, garlic, other spices, and they're all just mixed together and then kept away in the fridge as a base. They just add that to all their meals, their entrees, to give them the distinct Puerto Rican flavor. Another common cultural tradition is holidays, and Christmas is celebrated really big in Puerto Rico, even more than here in the United States. Christmas is celebrated for about a week span, and they have parades and everything like that. Three Kings Day, which this is a picture of a Three Kings Day parade. It just has the Three Kings riding horses and stuff. It's on January 6th, and it's kind of just to close out the whole Christmas week, the whole Christmas celebration. Three Kings in Puerto Rico, the kids will put hay in boxes and add oats and stuff to that under their beds. And then the Three Kings will come and leave them gifts as a thank you for leaving this food for their camels. So I thought that was interesting. And with my experience, we do celebrate Three Kings Day in my family with my grandma. And she had us put our shoes out. I'm not really sure if that's just my family or if it's other Puerto Rican families in the United States. We didn't put hay in them or anything like that, but she did leave us gifts, so that was pretty cool. But that was just my personal experience with Three Kings, so I know that that is one of the cultural traditions that is definitely still here. Same with the foods, that's definitely still, my grandma still cooks arroz con pollo and stuff like that. So even though many Puerto Ricans did leave Puerto Rico and their hometowns, they didn't leave their culture behind. And my grandma is definitely a example of that. The majority of these cultural aspects were brought from the small traditional Puerto Rican towns just like Benito. And in my opinion, if you want to experience traditional Puerto Rican culture, I would skip the tour through San Juan and instead go explore the mountainous areas of Benito. Thank you.